And welcome back to another episode as Russia. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. Looking forward to New Year's, and I hope everyone has a good New Year's too. Going to be releasing a few more videos before the end of the year here, but let's go ahead and get right into it. We're sort of waiting to see what Germany does next. They're currently attacking Romania, but they still haven't fully finished off with Poland. I'm hoping that once they finally finish Poland off, which who knows when that'll be, I think we may get this territory here still. They should honor the pact. At least I'm hoping. That, in alignment with taking these Baltic claims, should help us out. Let's go ahead and move our army around and do a few things that we need to do. So let's get rid of any orders that we have. And, well, we want to make sure that we're defending this border. But I don't know if they're going to even attack us until they deal with Poland. Let's get these guys assigned here. Kind of consolidate a few of these armies. Take some Semyonov's divisions and move them over as well. And just put them under that army. Then we'll have the tank divisions under Zhukov in their own for the time being. Let's go ahead and force deploy those tanks. Put them under Zhukov. Bring them around Moscow here maybe. And just have them train. The rest of these I'm going to set on a front line with Germany, just to keep it simple. We may want to assign some against the Baltic fronts, but we're not quite there yet. All right, let's go ahead and unpause it. We did get some ships off Finland, I think, though. Not much of note there. Let's just send those into that fleet and get this fleet back training. All right. Got some more call to arms from our allies in the Triple Entente. I don't know what's going to happen here in Romania. I don't think they're going to hold out for long. I'm also wondering that, you know, if we attack the Baltic countries, are they going to join the Axis? I don't know off the top of my head how that works. I mean, we haven't been called to war, so I don't know if they're going to join the faction. So Bulgaria has joined the Axis. So that's another front that Romania has to worry about. So Romania is just not going to last long here. I want to get involved, but I mean, we have claims against the Baltic countries we might want to deal with. I don't know if we want to go to war with Sweden. We don't have to take this war goal, but I mean, I would like to. I think Sweden would be really easy to take out. But we just have to proceed with caution here. It does look okay. So it does look like Poland's going to fall. They eventually cracked these tiles. And they're running out of supply. I mean, they're holding on, but not indefinitely. Let's go ahead and assign these new mills. I think we'll put them on our tanks. We need to train up more divisions. I mean, we just do not have enough divisions to fight anyone. So let's get at least 2 armies. At least. And probably queue up a few more. I was actually looking, and we'll go ahead and pause it here, but I was looking and I realized, since we're directly in the Allies, technically, it was renamed the Triple Entente, but it's technically the Allies. It's the UK faction. We may end up having to fight Japan. I'm hoping it's a separate war. I think usually it is a separate war than the one with the Axis, because they're in their own faction. But I'm hoping that we don't get called against them when they... I think we'll have the option to join the UK against them. Eventually we may want to fight Japan, because we may want to strike some of those claims. But we have an extra vulnerability there since we're not in our own faction. Let's go ahead and trade for some more aluminum with, in this instance, probably the UK. Probably the UK. We do have some political power. I think we're going to get the close air support proponent, and we're going to start working down the battlefield support doctrines. As for the rest of our army XP, I did want to maybe see if we can't... well, let's go ahead and queue up some more of these. Let's build one more of those subs and then queue up the rest, and we'll build... Well, we probably won't actually build 100. Let's just queue up 60. We're probably going to try and get some better subs before then. We can go up to speed 5. Just for now. And these tanks, I hope they have enough supply to train here. It looks like they do, thankfully. Wow, okay, Germany honored the pact. That's good, but also kind of messy at the same time. That kind of changes up where we need to actually defend here. All right, let's do something. Also, now that they've cleaned up Poland, I feel like we're at more of a risk of them actually attacking us at this point. Okay, let's get an army in the Baltics, one against Latvia for now, and just do something like that, just for now, and maybe we'll look at Latvia first. Let's take another army and just do. I mean, I actually, instead of doing a front like this, I feel like we almost have to do a fallback line. Yeah, we almost need to do a fallback line all along this front. Is this the best way of doing this? No, but it kind of unifies our front into one order for the time being. At least we'll know we'll have a division on every tile, so it's better in that respect. So let's bring it down to Odessa like that, and that should hopefully kind of work. They've canceled the non-aggression pact. That's, again, not great. Not great to see. They do have a war goal with us, so we may be in trouble here. So let's get those divisions to that front. Just cover our fronts best we can. Just the best that we can for now. We do have a division there, and just about every tile. So at the very least, we can hold the front for a little bit if they do attack. I did want to start working on the Finnish resistance missions as well. As well as, I don't know if we want to move some of our fleets down here to Sevastopol. I think we're going to leave them up here though, just for now. Got that artillery upgrade. Let's go ahead and get some more research. I think we're going to get could get the anti-air radar. Still a little too far ahead on those things. Could get the excavation. But I think we're going to get the improved infantry equipment. Again, kind of low on research slots, but in terms of what we've had to choose for our focuses, it's been a pretty direct line to our sort of war goal branch of the tree. All right, let's get a medium armament on here. Get the howitzer. Gonna design our new tank here. And let's do the welded armor. Christie suspension. And add the radios. As well as, I was thinking maybe sloped armor. Get that armor up. And I think we will do that. Choose a look there. And let's go ahead and find a name for this tank. Let's see, we had the T-38 Volga. I think we're going to go for we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do the T-40 Dnieper, like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's do that. And replace it. That'll be our new medium tank. That'll replace our old ones. So we're having some supply issues here. Let's take a look at our supply routes and see what we can do. Yeah, this is tough. The only thing I can think to do here, other than reducing the number of troops, I mean, we are motorized. Yeah, we're already motorized, so I think we might need to build a new supply hub. I'm a little bit hesitant of building it right there, though. So I'm thinking instead what we do is build it right here. Yeah, we'll build it right there. We could actually up the infrastructure instead. Actually, yeah, let's do that instead. Let's up the infrastructure in these regions, and that's going to increase the supply range. Yeah, Romania is getting absolutely devoured right now. All right, let's go and pick up the destroyers. Destroyer doctrine. No good choices here yet. But Germany has declared war. Okay, so this definitely changes things. So we're officially at war with them. Is this a separate war, or is this just they've called us into the overall war? Yeah, so they've called us into that war, which is a good thing. Let's go ahead and get this trait here. All right, so we need to think about what we want to do here. Our weaknesses are just this front. Unfortunately, I don't really think we're going to have time to sort of spend any attention of ours on the Baltic states, so Instead, I'm going to move these guys back to the front with Germany directly. Make sure we have all our divisions on this line. And I want to draw a new front line, but I'd like to look for any opportunities we have. Let's get our tanks in action. And by the way, now they are suffering supply issues, so let's stop training them. And let's bring our tanks up to this area, which is, I think, where we're really going to be able to maybe make something happen. So let's bring our tanks over here and get them in a sort of spearhead type action through here. Maybe we could cut them off in this pocket and get a few divisions sorted out that way. Let's sort out our production really quick. Get the artillery. Alright, make sure these guys are also motorized, which is good. Alright, so in terms of the air, I don't think we're going to be winning in the air. We do have help from the allies, which is great, but I don't know what we're going to be able to do here. So we've got our fighters and some close air support, so let's just put them in this region, put them on defense, get them more ground crews, and just do the best we can to hold off there. We may end up having to do a sort of staggered retreat here. Let's slow down to speed 3 for now so we can assess the situation. In terms of our fleet, let's go ahead and get it organized. We don't have much of a fleet, but what we're going to do is get a separate guy for the submarines. And I don't know if we have any good options. Right, we had to recruit all these guys. Let's just put him in and let's change up the icon here. We'll do the sharks. And we'll change up the color here. Let's do a kind of blue, kind of a darker blue color. Why not? And let's go ahead and split this one up. Trying to get some even splits here. Maybe we can do one more split. That's pretty good. These guys will be reserves. And what we'll do is we'll click this button. We'll have them engage at low risk. These guys will also be engaged at low risk. We'll set them up as a sort of strike fleet, coastal defense fleet type of situation. Now, I don't know if they've actually attacked Denmark and Norway yet. So what I'm going to want to do is I almost want to split up these fleets so I can defend our ports, because we don't actually have any coastal defense set up right now, which is not good. But let's do a strike force like this to defend our ports there. Let's send 3 of these down to Sevastopol. And have the other 4... We'll actually want them under a new admiral in that case. Just so we don't get twisted here. So we'll have these guys come down to here to dock in Sevastopol. The other 4 will patrol the Baltic. We'll want to set these guys to automatically reinforce as well. Okay, they inherited that setting. That's good. Alright, let's get these guys doing some convoy raiding over here. Little risky, and I know we're going to take some losses there, but so be it. Let's see. Okay. And we may want to deploy some of these guys eventually. I think we should also think about designing a sort of garrison, port garrison type division, but we'll see how things shake up here. Okay, so they're not attacking yet, which is fine. I think we might be able to... I don't want to weaken our line too much, but I am going to look for any opportunities to push through. So they have some armor there. I'm going to be looking to defend down here, and I want to look for offensives in the northern area here if we can. So Italy's now in the war. So they're attacking here, and this is dangerous because these guys do not have any supply. Yeah. And we're having trouble in the air as well. Alright. German interest in Scandinavia. It's a good thing we moved our fleets. Hopefully they can get there in time. I'm hoping we can reinforce this. This is going to be tricky. Let's go ahead and just force deploy these units. And split them up because I think we're going to need some sort of emergency reinforcements. Let's put them under him. You, and we'll need a new general. Let's promote one. And we don't have enough experience to do so. Okay, well, it's okay. And they aren't, they're fresh divisions, but what we can do is kind of bring them over here to reinforce this line so we can move more trained divisions in place and kind of cycle them out that way. Okay, so we're not winning this offensive, which is okay. Well, maybe we can do that with the tanks. Okay, so we're managing to slow them. Germany already pieced out with Denmark. We do need to worry about our front with Norway, by the way. So what we might do is assign a few divisions up there. I don't really know if we have any to spare. Honestly, the divisions up there will move so slow, I'm not worried about it right now. We'll be able to cover that front in time. I feel like they were so delayed, the UK should be able to respond to it, honestly. I don't know if they'll even be able to take Norway fast enough. So let's get our tanks into position. And get them into position and get their org back up. And once their org is back up, we'll try and make a offensive happen. So just got to keep an eye on these bubbles. They're not coming out of the gate with a very strong offensive towards us, which is good. That's to our benefit. I did want to see if we have any high command that we can get. Maybe the air superiority, close air support. I'd rather have a new general, maybe, before we do that. Can we promote one? We cannot. How much is it? It's 40. Okay, so we might hold on to that. So far, we don't actually have to defend that, but I'm just kind of anticipating that Romania loses it. We could move in here, but I just feel like it's a death trap, if I'm being honest with you. I'd much rather make an offensive happen up here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's try and push into here and cut them off. And do the same here. And I don't know if there's a great opportunity here to attack. Maybe we can support with our infantry. It's looking like a maybe. Unfortunately, they seem to have very high defense. They do have an intel advantage as well. We got an operative captured, so maybe we can get him out of there. If we can get that intel up, we can increase an intel advantage as well. But I think ultimately our weakness is going to be in the skies, because we do not have... I mean, it's close. Neither of us have an outright advantage, but it's not great either. Let's go ahead and go up to war economy. Was waiting to do that. And we'll queue up a few more mills as well. Looks good. Alright, and how are we doing on the production of our planes? Let's swap that out. It's okay. It's alright for now. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Instead, I think what we might be able to do is attack from multiple directions here. Maybe help out over the river. And we can get a breakthrough here. Yeah, that looks like it might work. I just need to keep an eye on these areas. And yeah, I wasn't paying attention. It's looking like we might have some trouble here. Oof. Oh no. We might have to attack there. Oh no. Yeah, we might lose that here. Unless they don't decide to take it. Okay, so I'm looking here and I'm realizing this might not be the most beneficial to us. Even though those claims are nice, we're now at a point where we're already at war with Germany. So we need to start thinking about picking up focuses that are going to directly help us in our war effort. And I'm thinking desperate measures. We didn't manage to get military reorganization, but I think getting desperate measures early is going to be a good thing. Remember, we inherited the army of the Soviets, and it's just as inadequate. Build up that infrastructure in these regions. Again, that supply is still an issue. Yeah, this is tough. Our allies are trying to push forward there. I mean, so far we're only really having trouble in terms of getting pushed back down here, which is, I mean, I generally do have issues down here. It's not a great place to defend, especially when you're short on time, like we were here. Normally, as the USSR, you have a little bit more time to prepare, sort out your supply, and you can ultimately try and maybe plan a defense back to this river, which we may end up having to do. I don't think it'll get to that point, but if it does, that's our plan. But, I mean, they're really not being terribly aggressive. And if they get a few breakthroughs in small areas, that's all right. But it seems like we're able to solidify it for the most part at this point in time. Okay. Also, I'm happy to train these divisions. Since they're just sitting there right now, we can train them. It does look like we might get a breakthrough here as well, as they're continuing to have to cycle out divisions. It looks like we might win there, in which case I'm going to queue up an action where we move along the railway there in the scenario that we do win. Okay, yeah, and again, I gotta keep paying attention to this area here as we attempt to cycle out divisions that are not able to hold. We could build forts here. I mean, that's also something I would have maybe done if we had more time. Let's get the aircrew surveys, maybe centralized control. Yeah, this is tough. Hopefully we can get there in time. Yeah, it's always a bit nerve-wracking watching these fronts. We're only on speed 3. Okay, we did get in here. Of course, that territory did go to Poland. But we do have a focus to annex Poland. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to pin him there. Try to attack here. And we're going to queue those tanks to attack there. And try and just get a breakthrough really fast here if we can. Again, I'm not really sure how likely that is. We can support the attack with our divisions. I don't think we're going to win there. It is flashing yellow. But again, don't think we're going to win. Let's queue up some more on artillery and anti-air. Yeah, just got to keep paying attention to this. Our allies might help us. And now would be a good time to think about looking at where our allies are focusing their efforts. So we're in a faction with the UK, and it does look like they've landed in Sardinia, but they haven't taken a port yet. They've taken Libya, Ethiopia. I mean, so the war in Africa is already over. You know, Italy already lost Africa, which, I mean, not surprised, but not surprised. But now it looks like they're trying to get a foothold, a sort of Operation Torch style thing going on here, where they're trying to either take Sardinia or Sicily. They may be successful in that. We will see. Let's move 2 units over there to support that attack. Not moving as fast as I would have liked. Let's continue to cycle these units. And we're just hoping to get a breakthrough. Because as soon as we get a breakthrough, get in a good encirclement, cut off their units, then the closer we are to just steamrolling over their lines. We do have those war goals against the Baltics, but our army's just a bit too stretched in order to make that happen right now. Let's motorize these divisions as well, so they're getting enough supply. And keep getting those armor traits. Let's do low equipment priority for these units so that we're filling out the ones in the field. Let's also pick up static warfare until we rehabilitate our army. Effective training programs. We're currently training these planes. Do we have anything in reserve? We do have some close air support, but that might be older models. Let's move these guys over into this region and just do close air support for the strategic bombers. I suppose we could do strategic bombing up there. We could put some cast up there, but I think we kind of need it on our divisions that are defending right now. I'm a little bit more concerned about that. I mean, getting some pushes where we're able is good, but more important is just making sure we're holding our line, letting them weaken their own divisions, letting them lose supply and manpower. If we look here, let's see. So we've lost 34,000, and we've already killed 48,000. So not a great margin, but they really haven't attacked much. You'll notice they're really only attacking down here, and we've probably made up for some of those losses by losing in the skies and this attack up here, which has been somewhat costly, I'm sure. Yeah, but they're also trying to kind of reinforce here, and I don't really want to let them. Oh, we might be able to win here now. Maybe. We apparently have air superiority there. We could send some close air support. Maybe just a wing up to help in this region. Yeah, let's do that. That might actually help a lot. What are we outdated on in terms of equipment? Okay, just our tanks. We got that trait. I don't know who I can move in here. We're defending there. Yeah, this is a bit tricky. Let's send a unit down here. Maybe when they're done defending, we can get that as well. I'm sort of wishing I built a supply hub here now, though it would have never gotten built with how much they're attacking that tile. And how are we doing here? It doesn't look like we were able to win there. We're currently defending that tile, actually. Alright, so I'm thinking, you know, where else is a good place to attack? I mean, there's really not any great places to attack other than here. I mean, if we close this pocket up, that's going to be great for us. But if we can't win here, then we just need to have better divisions, better units, more units. Right now, it's night. It's the terrain isn't great. So what's the terrain here? It's plains, but we're attacking into hills. So this is, I didn't actually notice this. This is actually hills, and this as well. This is forest. Okay, so there are some supply penalties there. We are also low supply. That's a moderate. I mean, so it's nighttime, and the terrain penalties are affecting us. So if we were to wait till a morning attack, maybe we would be able to do something more. We can also pick up the adaptable army. We can't pick up lessons of war just yet because we still have desperate measures. We could get the military engineering university. That would help our entrenchment. Don't want to pick up this because, you know, as soon as we take that, we're going to be at risk of losing some of those critical tiles. Don't want the penal battalions yet. Adaptable army could be good, but I just don't think it's useful enough. The terrain penalty reduction is good, but for a 70-day focus, I think we better just get the 35-day military engineering university. It also helps us get towards this research slot, so hey, maybe that is actually what we want to do. Sweden wants to give us ball bearings. We're absolutely going to pick that up. But now we need to come back here and take a look at this. Continue to shuffle our units around. Let's see if we can't attack here now and win. Maybe. Ooh, this is a bit scary. Hopefully we can get there in time. Always feels like you barely hold these by the skin of your teeth. Alright, I wish we could turn off notifications for that, actually. Let's get the extensive conscription. Just because we have the political power to do so. We could build out our mountaineer divisions. Those mountaineer divisions might actually have an easier time pushing into this area. As much as I'd love to use the tanks, maybe those are the play here. So maybe we get like 6 of those and get those training. Maybe put them on high priority. Let's also make sure our reinforcements are a high priority, though. since that shouldn't, we don't want to take away from our units in the field. We did rescue our operative. That's good. Let's start building an intel network in these regions. And I don't think I can actually do this up here, but that's okay. We'll just build it along this front. We've been defending in this tile for a while, and that's because we still have the... Romania's actually managed to defend this, by the way. But we still have a fallback line, so our units are actually moving in to defend this land. So I think we should see... What does this look like? So if we move and have like a front line along here like this... I mean, we don't actually have to defend these tiles until Romania... Yeah, until Romania actually loses territory, so we could just do something like that. And then have... Still have these divisions in here. Okay, let's try that. Let's get a front line like that going. Hopefully our army doesn't shuffle around too much. Let's get the... Could get the heavy tanks. But let's get the improved small airframe. I think winning in the air is going to be big for us. Or trying to win in the air is going to be big for us, is what I should say. So those units are moving in. How are we doing in the seas? I haven't checked this yet. We may want to pull out of here, because I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I think we're losing our submarines for little gain. So let's pull out of this region and just defend our coastlines. Did we even manage to get these ships? Ah, that's tragic. They got stuck. They got stuck in the Baltic. Alright, well, we'll put them into this unit. And just have them patrol over here. Yeah, it is what it is. Very tragic. Alright, let's get some more units moved over here to defend. And you're going to be noticing me doing this a lot. The good news is, now that we have these units properly moving up here, we can defend these tiles better, which is going to provide a little bit of relief for our tanks. And maybe we can support these attacks. Make something happen a little bit quicker here. And I'm trying to attack here if I can. I don't know. Oh, that was a defense, that's why. Okay. My tanks don't need to be down there. That's not really helpful for me. So let's just move them up here. We want to focus on this very small corridor. Okay, we're managing to defend that. Just want to keep an eye on that area. Can we attack here? So I want to take our tanks and attack and support with infantry from over here as well. So we do have air superiority here, which is good. I don't know if we can make that better. We want to keep our close air support down there, so we're defending those bubbles. So I think that might be good. Though our enemy planes are being shot down, so maybe we want to take one of these, move them up here, and increase the ground crews up here as well. Just to give us a better edge there. Can we get another air doctrine? We cannot, not yet. Alright, let's keep pushing. Get those tanks back in there. If we can take that, that would be huge. That'd be our first real victory. They're hanging out there. It just keeps going back between 92, 94, 92, 94. But we're so close. We're so close. Let's go and speed it up. And we got it as soon as I click it, of course. Okay. So with that, we're really close to being able to take this. But we got to defend this for the time being. Let's get one unit moved over here, because right now only our allies are defending that tile. We want to defend this successfully. Let's come back down here. Finish weapon cache seized. Excellent news. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the resistance is crazy in Finland. I mean, I dare not even check. It's not actually that bad. I thought it'd be worse. I thought it would be much worse. Let's go ahead and seize the other ones. Alright, we did defend that. We're defending the other one. Let's go ahead and attack there. Just get the attack started, and then we'll follow up with our tanks to support. I just want to weaken them. I don't want to give them a break. Okay. Let's attack with our tanks. And I don't know if it's actually going to work. Yeah, because we didn't... Not really. There's 12 units there, that's why. There are 12 units in that tile defending. So we may want to let them just move. Yeah, let them move around. Fill out the line. Yeah. It's because a lot of them lost their push here, and then they moved into this tile. So, I'm not going to be able to win that way. Lots of interesting focuses here. Let me zoom out here so we're not listening to gunfire while we're looking for our focuses. Well, that one could be good. Move industry to the Urals is a sort of last stand type of situation. We could get the military mechanical engineering. I think we will get that. I mean, maybe adaptable army. The attrition, terrain penalty reduction. I mean, I think we gotta work towards that research slot. I think getting that first is priority. Okay, so they've moved out of that tile, so we can now take these tanks and attack here. Support with our infantry. See if we can't break them. All right, we're losing here again. So let's just take one unit at a time if we can. Hold that. They are remarkably holding down here in Romania. I thought they would have fallen. I mean, they're tying up a huge amount of divisions here. They're taking a ton of attrition. They're all out of supply. I mean, Romania is kind of coming in here clutch. I don't know if we would be able to defend against Germany. I mean, I think the reason why Germany is not being as aggressive as they would be normally is because so many divisions are tied up in Romania. I mean, I've never struggled that much against the AI in Germany, but against Germany as the USSR. But even still, like, sometimes they'll catch you off guard. Okay, so we had something really big happen here, and it's really important that we take advantage of it. So let's get our tanks up here, because we're going to close up this pocket is what we're going to do. We're going to destroy these divisions. So, but we need to make sure that our units here fill in the gaps and don't let them move around. So we need to make sure that we're covering that. We'll leave blue army here. So these red divisions are gonna move over to try and fill in that line. Okay. Yeah, so someone already took that spot, but I'm hoping we can get in there. One unit can try and take that. This guy can come over here. I'm hoping we can defend that. So we'll leave one unit to defend here. And these two tank divisions can try and come up and around here and encircle them. Would be the goal. Yep. This is looking really good here. Let's go and pin them. Just attack. They're cut off from supply, so just want to make it very difficult for them. Let's follow up an attack there. We might be able to break them here, honestly. In all likelihood. Alright, now let's attack. Just cut them off. Let's follow up an attack here. Maybe we can get over to Königsberg. Alright, I haven't been paying as much attention to this as maybe I should have been, but it looks like we're holding. Let's send one unit down here. Alright, yeah, and we are closing it up. They're falling fast here. And we might be able to break that as well. If we are lucky. Let's go ahead and unpause it here. And that'll be our first real big encirclements, which is exactly what you need to do in order to beat the AI in this game. Just get those nice juicy encirclements and take them out. Alright, yep, there they go. And that'll free up a ton of divisions, really shorten our front. Now the great thing about this is, as Poland gets this territory, well, let's move in here. I don't know how we left this so wide open. Do we not have enough divisions on this front? So where are these divisions? Is my question. Oh, it's these like purple unit. Oh, I guess they're over here for some reason. Let's move there. And some of these units over here. Yeah, they'll buy us a little bit of time holding that. Let's get the production efficiency in. I forgot to upgrade it, or just misclicked rather. Let's go ahead and do that manually. All right, so we're cleaning this up rapidly. And I think we can even get this if we're lucky. And when we free up those tanks, we're going to be able to start making some moves. And we did get in there. This tile is open, so I'd love to be able to get in there and around these units. If we can. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Yeah, no. Alright, let's just hold and defend there. Weaken those divisions while we push in here. Alright, so we can get the elevate the mountaineers, or we can get that battlefield support. I think we're going to do that. We do actually have more there, so let's see. Can we upgrade our tank divisions? We can. Let's get the support artillery. And add our... Let's get some mobile motorized artillery for our tanks. And that might be good for now. Yeah, and then I think we can add some modifications to our mountaineers. Get them up to 26 width. Then do maybe just, I don't know. I'd like to add, I'd like to add the rangers, but we don't have them yet. So I think we're going to wait and pick that up so we can elevate them and make them a little better. All right, so we're trying to destroy the rest of these divisions. But we can already see, we're already second to Poland, who almost killed 1 million divisions. Poland almost killed 1 million divisions. 885,000. That is embarrassing. We'll be lucky if we catch up to Poland. Because, they were just sitting there slaughtering Germans for just weeks and weeks. Just absolutely embarrassing them. Imagine his face when he saw when he saw the stats. It's like, sir, the Polish divisions have killed half the army. Let's go ahead and queue up a few more mills. I don't know if there's anywhere with 80%. There is down here. We could do that. Just a random 80% down there. We could do St. Petersburg as well. And we did actually get the 100% up there in these regions because we improved the infrastructure there. So we will do that. And Norway's holding as well. Norway's actually holding. I thought they might. They didn't have time to prepare, but the UK did. And they were able to actually support their allies a bit better as a result. Let's move some divisions in here to support this, because we might end up losing this if we're not careful. And I don't know why I can't just, like, take this division and walk over here. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on. Is there no direct path? That's kind of interesting. But let's try and get in there and hold that tile. We want to keep any gains that we have. Let's take one of these units over here to defend. And we did manage to hold that, so we can have him come over here as well. Yugoslavia joined the Triple Entente as well, which is good. The UK has these areas that they can funnel troops in to help hold this line, but that is good for us. So things are already trending in our favor, which is great news. Let's take this blue army and bring them over here. They're already going over there, but we need to move our tanks over. So I think the next obvious place for us to put our tanks is still in this area, except we're going to try and put them here. and kind of try and swoop up towards Danzig and cut off more units rather than coming over here like I originally planned. I think it makes more sense to do it here because we can attack from multiple tiles in these little areas like that. So let's move the tanks over in that direction. I feel like that makes the most sense. All right. So far so good. It's always a bit tough. Always a bit tough getting started and getting the momentum to really make a push. And we were not well prepared for this. I mean, we focused some resources on getting Finland, but we didn't really have as many tanks as I would have liked, as many planes, the things I would have normally had as the USSR. But when you're playing as Tsarist Russia, the elements are always a little bit different, so sort of to be expected as well. So let's see, where is the supply? Because we want to move with the supply. And additionally, there's not enough supply here to really give our divisions what they need. So let's see, can we try and upgrade that? So back to Moscow, we would need... Let's try and get it to level 3 for starters. So we got a 4 here, a 3. Let's go up to 3 through here. And connect all that up. And that artery should work for us. So let's go and upgrade that supply line. We might be able to make a push anyway. As for where they are weakest, I'm thinking going to be this tile here. Push along the river. That's easier to defend. Least troops there. Maybe here instead now that they've moved. So we just got to keep an eye out. But I'm thinking we can attack like here and just do like almost a maneuver like that. Just keep an eye on their divisions and what they're doing. We try and support these attacks with infantry. Just be wary of the combat width, but we are winning there. And we're winning there quite decently. I think we lost a tile here. Yeah, we did lose a tile here. I wonder if we could get it back. We're not even defending this tile right now, it looks like. Yeah. So we need to make sure we defend that. No longer get effects from rebuild of the nation. Okay, let's get the close air support bonuses there. Yeah, we did lose a tile here. I mean, it was it was a matter of time that we would lose a tile there. Not super surprised. They did move a few units in there. So let's try and support attack with some more units as well of our own. And just try and break them. Now, if we attack here and win, we don't cut these units off, but they're a lot more easy to destroy. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. They have armor there, so that seems like a tall order. But we do need to be aware of our air support, so we don't need anything up there anymore. So maybe we move that air support back down here and do the strategic bombing like that. So we're attacking, but I don't know if we're getting the benefits of air superiority at this moment in time. We apparently do have air superiority in both these tiles, which is surprising, but apparently true. I'd like to stop these units from moving. We're not going to win here. I don't know if it matters anyway. I mean, we're weakening those divisions, but even still. Okay, so what do we have here? A few units are auto-deploying, apparently. Let's stop that. But we can assign them to their own army under this general to train. And we'll move them to their own front further back here. Alright, how about those Mountaineer divisions, though, that we had training? They're still going. They have a little ways to go. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to win there. I mean, I feel like fixing the supply issues is going to go a long way in this region, though. So let's just wait for that. In fact, we're going to take this up to a level 4 connection. Because I think getting that supply connection built is going to be a huge benefit for us. We can stop attacking next. It's not really helping us. Now it's just a matter of sort of waiting. We might be able to get this back, though it is going to lower our entrenchment there, so we just have to be a bit careful. Let's get the defensive support equipment there and the artillery for that nice offensive bonus. And let me see, what does our actual template look like? And it is not great. So do we have, for that extra soft attack, would we have what it takes to, so it's manpower, extra support equipment, would we be able to fulfill that requirements? I don't know. I mean, yes, on the support equipment, but our infantry equipment is really low, though that might be an artificial deficit. So I can't say for sure. The logistics might help, field hospitals might help. Breakthrough's nice. HP. I mean, that would help us defend. Maybe we do get those bonuses and maybe get some more artillery. Though, where are we at on artillery? I mean, we don't have a great stockpile, so maybe we wait. Let's do those upgrades for now on the support equipment while we're kind of waiting. And let's go and get those destroyer doctrines upgraded as well. We just upgraded our templates, so we shouldn't attack. Now, they have a really low supply here, so we might have some opportunities. And I have to wonder why their supply is so bad down here. And I think that's just Transylvania is just miserable. I mean, yeah. When I was playing my Italy campaign trying to push into here, yeah, the supply was equally as bad. So I think it's just that. As for our tactic, nothing really stands out to me there. There's lots of things for para-dropping, and I'm looking at the new Special Forces branch. I'm thinking, you know, what could you use the new paratrooper tree for? It's one of the most underused Special Forces in the game. It is the most underused. And I think that's just because there's a tendency for people to think it's kind of a cheesy tactic. But, and I feel like that's even more enhanced by the fact that the AI doesn't really use it. So I feel like people would use it and see it as less cheesy if the AI actually made use of it. Or if there were ways for you to use it that weren't so like inherently kind of cheesy. Though I don't know how the developers would go about doing that. So let's see how we're doing on the supply here. Still need to upgrade that. But let's go and pick our next doctrine. And we're going to do means to wage war, just so we can get down to that research slot. Let's also go and just speed the game up and just keep an eye out for anywhere we need to defend on the line right now. And I think that the front has mostly solidified, even though it looks horribly messy. And I think that's just because they're really focusing on Yugoslavia right now. And the UK is actually losing here. Well, it's not the UK, because the UK doesn't even really have any divisions here. And it makes me wonder where they do have their divisions. So they did get Sardinia. The UK has a few at home. I mean, they have quite a few at home right now. A lot just guarding ports all over Africa. They're sending a few over to... I mean, there are UK divisions everywhere. None of which really seem to be doing much good. I mean, there's a couple up here. Yeah, I mean, they changed the UK's AI a few patches ago that they hold more of their divisions at home. I mean, how many do they have total? This is totally unrelated to what we're doing. They have 133, so they have... I mean, they don't have as many as me. Though, I mean, I'm Russia. But, even still, they're kind of just spread out guarding ports. But, I mean, what can you expect from the AI, really? Yeah, we're kind of just waiting for that supply to push there. Maybe we could make something happen here. No, it doesn't look like it. So we got the rest of those supply weapon caches. I don't think there's anything left for me to do in regards to that. We can pick up war bonds, which we will do. And just got to keep an eye on our deficits. I mean, we need more support equipment, even though a lot of that is artificially raised by our deficits that we have from training. It's clear that we're going to need a lot more support equipment. And I don't know where we would take that from. I mean, I want to build more tanks. Are we actually deploying the planes that we have? Yeah, it seems like we are, because, I mean, they're just shooting our planes down from what it looks like. Yeah, we gotta get that supply built. So I think we'll just, as long as they're not pushing, I think we can go up to speed 5 here. Get these supply areas built out that we really need. I think we'll do that all along the front here to really strengthen our position. Just all along here. And that's going to set us up for a nice push. Let's go ahead and queue those up to the top. Make sure we queue up the one that we really need here for the tanks, though, first. Yeah, Yugoslavia's not going well. They're going to probably lose that. I think it's interesting they gave over this to Yugoslavia, and I guess that's because they have a claim to it. You see, I never knew that Yugoslavia had a claim to northern Albania, though. And I actually wonder if there's historical significance to that. I knew Albania had claims to Kosovo, but I didn't know Yugoslavia had claim to any part of Albania. All right, let's get the one for the heart attack. Or no, maybe we get the air attack for the air support, since that's where we're really struggling. Let's go and upgrade that. And we got some Mountaineer divisions trained up as well. Let's just put those into this army for now and send them to that line to train. As for these need to train as well, and so do these. We should pick up the infantry expert. This guy's a field marshal technique. He actually got the ranger trait, which is interesting. Interesting he got that. That's good. That's a good trait. I did see the Swedish tree had some nice bonuses to the ranger trait and some of that stuff. So I'm thinking of, I don't know what next series we're going to be doing, but I'm thinking, maybe Sweden, maybe France, Japan. We've got that modded Germany one going, but it really, there's so many great countries that I'd love to play in the new update, or even in some modded scenarios like Road to 56, Kaiserreich. Some of those other mods. Kaiser Redux is a really great mod. So lots of content I'm looking forward to maybe making in the new year here. So it looks like Romania's still having supply issues, but we're good on supply. So now we can try another push here. And I'm thinking we're going to try that attack right here, where we can attack from 2 tiles. And we're going to support with our infantry. And we'll see what we can do there. We did get that new plane finished. Let's get the medium plane going next. And get our last naval spirit. Let's get the instilled aggression. And I think we're going to pick up the air superiority as well. We will go ahead and design our new plane. Let's keep it simple, get the fighters. It's going to be our small fighter. So I think we're going to do, I kind of like that design. I don't want the red star. So maybe we do that plane. And we'll upgrade it, upgrade the engine. Let's get, we don't need any of those, but I mean, I kind of wish we would have picked up the range improvements, but we didn't. So maybe we hold off, actually. Maybe we hold off on building our new fighters until we get those range improvements. So I think that's what we'll do. In fact, once this is done, we're going to pick up the range improvements research as our next one. I want to continue to support this attack if we can. I really think it's important we try and break that. They're not attacking us anywhere else, which is good. And I completely forgot to get that research. Total autopilot. Let's go and do that right here. We'll just swap it. Let's do with the light aircraft designer. And that'll be good. Got the means to wage war. Let's start working on that research slot. And yeah, I don't know. It looks like we're struggling here. Greece has joined the Triple Entente, and they've declared war on Greece now. So I don't know. Do we have closer support in the region? We do. I don't know if it's actually helping. We have intel advantage, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like we do have intel advantage. We can help secure that with this. So, I mean, I think they're just really entrenched. So it's just going to take us kind of continuing to go into their line and just attack them. And slowly we can break them. I mean, it's kind of going back and forth here. But they're also cycling units in. And we have to stop them from doing that. Yeah, because they're able to do that. I mean, we're able to do that, but if we want to actually win and break this line, then it's going to require us being a little bit strategic about that and stopping them from freely doing that. Let's get the direct ground support, and we can actually go ahead and do probably a few of these. Let's get the elevate the mountaineers as well. We'll do the air superiority mission and the air support mission efficiency. So really getting some progress on that tree. Thanks to this strategist we picked up. Made a lot of those doctrines a lot cheaper. Alright, so I think we might be able to win there. Let's put some more on support equipment. I know we did upgrade that a little bit. Yeah, no, this is just kind of flipping back and forth because they're continuing to shuffle divisions in. Alright, so I think that's just these units that's telling me I can deploy, which we're not going to do just yet because we don't really have a need for it. Alright, so we have an ahead of time bonus, which I think that just applies to, no, it applies to all of these. No, actually I think these are just, we're just behind on these. So what we could do for those, I think logistic companies would be really good for the supply, but we don't really have them on anything. We could put them on our tanks. But I think maybe getting the new infantry equipment would be even better. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the new infantry weapons, get those earlier, building earlier. It's going to be better for us. Let's continue to go in and attack with our tanks. And, I mean, yeah, they're continuing to cycle divisions in. I think what we could do is just attack along this front. And that way they won't have the option to bring new divisions in. Yeah, it looks like that did the trick. Let's, while they're kind of weak, let's try and move in through here. We want to move these tanks in here as well and move these infantry divisions in here. So we're not getting attacked. I mean, we should be able to do something here. We just don't want to let them support at all. Just keep them from moving units around the front. And if we do that, we can stop them from reinforcing. Yep. It looks like that's working. Oh, come on, we're so close. We got to make sure that we have units here to defend this, though, or we're gonna get cut off. Yeah, we're gonna get cut off. I didn't have any infantry moving up here. Let's have a few units go back. Oh, this is really okay, but so we want to have, we'll have 6 of those go there. One of them can go up there. This is really not the best idea. Let's get some of these units here. Let's make them a different color. We'll make them, what do we not have up here? Let's do yellow. We'll do this sign, and we'll bring them in here under this division. Do we have a general? Let's promote one. Let's do him. Get him in here. Oh, he's harsh leader. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that. We could do one of our field marshals, but we'll put him in there. It's fine. Let's just bring him in here to like fill this line if we can. And that doesn't look great on the map, but it kind of works. Let's bring him in. Let's get him moving. Japanese provocation at our border. Yep, that usually happens. Let's see if we can't just drop some units over here. They're not gonna be trained, but we'll do this one. We'll bring some units over here. I don't want them to pull away from our front if we can. So let's just set him there under him. We'll do that. We can train him a little bit. Well, we can get the non-aggression pact with Japan. Alright, let's see if we can't get the assembly line production. I usually like to get those first. Could get the development of the Tankograd for more mills. I don't know if we have the requirements to do that, to get the most out of it, I mean. But I think we're going to get the adaptable army now. Okay. So, I did notice we had some supply issues. I think that's just over here. Let's stop pushing for a moment. I did want to make the most of that, but I don't think we're really going to be able to. Let's move our lineup to really focus on this area as well. Our spearhead. Did Zhukov get? He can get the Panzer Expert. Alright, that's a really good bonus for him to get as well. I don't know if there's any supply. There is a supply hub here. That's really good for us, actually. Let's connect it and get it into this level 4 connection, because then that's like a great place for us to make attacks from. Yeah, that's actually really excellent, but we have to get that supply built. Got the new research slot, so why don't we get the improved anti-air? Yeah, right now we're not doing well on supply at all. Let's actually spread this out a little bit so we're not taking so much attrition. This is so messy. I don't even know what front this is. That's our tanks. I mean, it's just so messy. That's kind of fine. Yeah, we don't even have this, so... Is that our yellow army? Man, okay, let's get this set up again. So we want just to kind of cover this whole salient. Just so we're not getting cut off. We have enough units to fill in the gaps. That's what's going to help us the most. Alright, so we can get a new trait. Let's do the breakthrough. Let's go and upgrade that. Alright, well, we're almost there with this supply. Hopefully this will bridge that connection and give us what we need to make some more solid pushes here. Let's see, so where do we at? Where are we at now? Ooh, that's actually just enough. That should clear up soon. Japanese were defeated. We're doing fine on our logistics, it seems like. Yeah, we're doing just fine. Let's get some more tanks going. Replenish those losses. And I think we'll get the 8th generation chance. I don't think there's anything else for us to really get here, except more doctrines down here. And some more traits. The last one for the armor branch here. We could try and make a push now towards Königsberg, and that would be a great victory to end the episode off on, if we can get it. Let's see if we can't push around here, or at least stop them from reinforcing. And I don't think we can really stop them from reinforcing. Yeah, they easily defeat us there. They're going to try and go there, but maybe we can stop them from moving through. Keep reinforcing. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like we're still having supply here. And that just might be due to the sheer amount of divisions we have in a tile. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of divisions there. It looks like it might not matter here, though, in a second. I don't know, it's kind of going back and forth. I just think that's because they're able to reinforce. Maybe we can get something going on here as well. Kind of widen this front a little bit. Make it easier to cut them off. So, yeah. They do have air superiority. Ah, okay. That makes sense. So we should focus our efforts on this area. If we can. Let's see. Let's get the... It's mostly important that we get the close air support in this region overhead. And that might make all the difference. We don't want them to reinforce. So it's really important that we stop them from doing that. Japan has attacked the Philippines. Alright, I think we're going to pick up the... Oh, maybe that. 70 days on that one. Lots of good choices here. Potentially some good advisors here. I think we're going to pick that up. But we did get that victory. And we're going to move in here and maybe try and do a little bit of a land grab here if we can. But we do have a justification against us by Japan. We do have a non-aggression pact, but I don't know if that's going to save us. Regardless, we're going to end the episode there today. We made some good progress. Started the war with Germany, but we've solidified our line and even taken a bit of a counteroffensive and pushed into their territory. Let's see if we can capitalize on it and make a push towards Berlin in the next episode. But thanks for watching. Gonna have another Italy episode out this week, and I'm hoping everyone has a great New Year's. We're really close to 300 subscribers, so I hope we can hit it before the end of the year. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.